So this is a lot of conceptual artwork that was done for a scene in the screenplay which originally opened the movie. It was called the Lucky Strike scene, and the Lucky Strike was a mining operation, and they'd had a critical reactor meltdown, and the Lewis and Clark had to turn up and kind of rescue a miner from this small planetoid. It was going to be quite a big action scene, all in zero gravity, and you'd kind of meet the crew of the Lewis and Clark as they were doing their job. They were rescuing people. We storyboarded it all. We did a lot of quite advanced conceptual work on it, and then ultimately we cut it out of the picture. And we cut it for two reasons. One was budget. The picture was becoming increasingly expensive because the sets were very elaborate, and the zero gravity work in particular was quite complicated to achieve. So we had to make some budget cuts, and it was a tough one to drop, but ultimately we decided we would drop the Lucky Strike scene. And also creatively, once we'd cut that, I took a lot of the material from this scene and then incorporated it in the body of the picture we made. A lot of the way the Lucky Strike looks, in kind of freezing zero gravity, ice crystals, everything being covered in ice, and you kind of see that imagery when our team explore the event horizon for the first time. And also the big rescue scene, which is in zero gravity, of a miner called Jack at the Lucky Strike. We actually took that and we used that scene with Justin in the body of the picture when he's thrown out of the airlock of the event horizon and Miller rescues him. And I think ultimately it was a better use of that imagery. I think it's a very striking scene in the movie, and if we'd used it at the start of the picture, it would have been a miner called Jack who you'd never met before, wouldn't have been a big or important actor. I think using that scene with all the blood and the freezing and all the terrible things that happens to Justin with the blood coming out of his eyes, it just has a much greater dramatic impact because it's happening to a character that you've spent, an hour of the picture learning to like and love and care for.